Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about sales tips. My name's David Maley, and sales is my background and one of my favorite things in life. It's something that I've been doing since I can't even remember when. But if you want to be the best, if you want to differentiate yourself from everybody else, you want to be the leader in your field, there's a couple of simple steps that you can take and do that will make you way above everybody else, and quickly. And what boggles my mind is when I go into car dealerships, I go into sales pits of telemarketing firms, marketing firms, whatever it is. I don't see these things put in place still today, even with they send their people to expensive seminars. They have expensive people come in, motivational speakers and stuff, to train them. And you know what's funny? Most of those motivational speakers have never been in sales. It boggles my mind. Okay, great, they can motivate them, but are they really going to sell? Are they really going to be able to apply these things? Are they really going to make life-changing changes to their process? Well, let's give you some tips right here, and these are going to work, and I guarantee it. Number one, be your customer's partner. Oh my goodness, I go into car dealerships all the time, and I almost never see this. This one tip right here increases your sales, whether you're in car sales, financial sales, or just about any kind of sales that's face-to-face, by 50%, just this one tip alone. Be your customer's partner. Be on their side. You know what that means? When you have a desk, and I walk into a car dealership and I see the salesperson on one side and the customers on the other, that's bad. The salesperson should be on the same side of the desk as the customer. Always. Unless, you got a family with a bunch of kids, but you still want to try and be on their side. The reason being is they're going to envision in their mind that you are on their side. Let the manager that's closing the deal or coming over to cut the price of the deal, whatever it is, sit across from them. You sit with them. By doing that one little tip right there, you will increase your sales 50% because your customer's trust level goes up. You're on their side. Number two, track your sales. I don't know how many times I've seen this with salespeople. They have no idea. If I ask them, how many cars did you sell? How many financial applications did you get in last month? How many loans did you do? How many mortgage applications did you do? How much? And many of them are like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I did all right. That's not an answer, and that's not a good answer at that. You should know exactly where you are every day. You need to, when I was in sales, we didn't have the apps that you have now. We had graph paper. That's what I used. A simple sheet of graph paper. And I'd put down the day, the month, and I'd track, how many sales I made, what my gross was, all throughout the month, every day. Because I knew by tracking, I could compare. And I could see, and I could hold myself accountable. Hey, my goal is, 50 cars a month, for instance, right? So at halfway through the month, I know, okay, I'm not where I need to be. I'm at 12. I need to be a lot more. I need to get on the phone more. I need to be calling people more. Hold yourself accountable. So track yourself. You will see a big difference if you do that. Third thing, read motivational books. It boggles the mind. I go into sales pits, sales floors, and I look around and I don't see a single motivational book. The other day I went into a sales pit where they had over 150 telemarketing reps. And I only saw one motivational book, the Rhinoceros Book of Sales. That's a start. That one person had one book. It's an old one. It's from the 80s. Tells you about having tough skin, about door-to-door sales. It's the start. Everyone in sales should have one. If you don't have one, go get one. Go get 10. Because you need to be reading something to motivate yourself every single day to get you through those points of where a customer was mean to you, or someone hung up the phone on you, or this lady wouldn't let you get through because she's the ultimate gatekeeper and wouldn't let you get through to the boss to talk to him. Whatever it is, you need something to keep you driving and motivated. Another thing, do not join the cooler game. You're not at work to hang out with everybody. Don't take on that mentality, because guess what? The rule is you become your 5 closest friends, right? The average of them. So look around. You spend a lot of time at work, right? 40, 50, 60, 70 hours, depending on where you work, what kind of work you do. Look at the people you spend the most time with. That's who you're going to become. Do you want to be like them? Are they great salespeople? Are they great in their profession, or are they not? Generally speaking, the people that hang out at the water cooler, at the coffee pot, whatever it is, and just talk about nonsensical stuff, they're average at best. And they just sit around and mope and complain. Don't be like them. Instead, don't spend your time there. If you've got free time, nothing going on, go read a book, a motivational book. Or go pick up the phone and start calling your sold customers if you're in sales. If you're in another profession, talk to some of your the people that you met, your network of professionals. Next, call your sold customers, as I just talked about. And when you call them, don't just say, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, do you know anyone that's going to buy a car?" No. What you want to do is ask if they know anyone that could benefit from your services. Think about it. Think about how I just asked that or stated that. Your services. See, what that person did, if you're a salesperson and they're sold customers, they bought from you, right? And in buying from you, they entrusted you for a reason. You probably saved them some money. You made them feel good. You made them feel at ease. You took care of them. You made the buying process easy. What most people dread, one of the top things they dread, is going to a car dealership to buy a car. So what you ought to do, as any kind of salesperson, is call up your sold customers at least every 90 days. See how they're doing. See how the product's doing that you sold them. And then when you're talking to them, ask them. They obviously bought from you for a reason. So ask them. You bought from me for a reason. You trust me, and I'm going to take care of you. Do you know anyone else that would benefit from coming through us to buy a car, or coming through me, or meeting me to obtain financial advice? Whatever it is, that's what you want to do. Another great tip is find a commonality. What I mean by that is look around. Be, open to what's around you. If they have artwork around, if they have a hunting hat on, if they have a shirt that has like University of Michigan on it, find some commonality. If they got a University of Michigan shirt, for instance, maybe they're in their basketball team, maybe they're in their football team. Start talking about sports. Guess what? Just by opening up that little bitty door of commonality, now you just increased your sales another 50%, maybe even more, maybe even 90% if you're depending on how involved that commonality is. For instance, if they went to the same college that you did, oh boy, you just increased your possibility of a sale by 90%. The facts are there. You can look it up on the internet. There's been lots of research into this. Try those tips. So make sure you're your customer's partner. Never sit on the opposite side of them. Sit with them. Number 2, track your sales. Always know where you are. During the day and during the month, or however your company tracks your sales, track them for yourself. Don't depend on others. Have a daily track, a weekly track, and a monthly track. Read motivational books. It's a big one here. Because guess what? It makes a difference between an excellent salesperson and an average salesperson. Then, don't join the cooler gang. Don't hang out with the others. Don't go and drink at the bar after work, because guess what? Odds are you're not going to make a sale of a car there or whatever it is you're selling. Odds are you're just going to go there and spend some money, maybe meet a couple people, and that's it. Great, you might sell one car there. It's not going to be worth it. Don't hang out with the others. Unless they're extremely successful salespeople. That's a different ballgame. Then you want to hang out with them. Also, call your old customers. Oh my goodness, there's so many people in sales that I've seen, that I've met, that never call back their customers. They made a sale and they move on. They don't care about them. Do you know that within 3 years, 30 to 50% of your customers that you're going to have are going to be repeat customers driven by those previous customers that you've sold? Do you know that at 6 years' time, 90% of them could be? And at 7 years' time, over 100%, which means that if you do it right, you build it right, you set it right, you put the plan in motion, and you keep calling back your old customers and you ask for referrals, and you keep them all happy, you keep them in the loop, at 7 years' time or less, you could be one of those sales guys that wins the board every month and doesn't have to take a single up ever again. A guy named Clyde Furr in Concord, who used to sell cars at the Toyota store there in Concord, North Carolina, had been there for 19 years. And for the last 8 of those years, he never had to take an up. Never. Because he had so many repeat customers. You're giving that up. You're giving, literally, within a couple years' time, possibly $100,000 or more in earnings up if you don't call back your sold customers. And if you put these tips in place, there was only a few of them there. Some of them will increase your sales by 50%, like being your customer's partner. Some of them by upwards of 90%. Think about it. Do the math. Put those in place and watch your sales explode. Watch what happens. You'll be the best at your car dealership. You may even be the best in the state. You may even end up being the best in the Southeast. You may even be the best in the world. Just put it in place and watch what happens. Here's to your success. Have a great day.